In this video, I'm going to be making a beach-themed tier tray set, and I'm starting by making a book stack using a Dollar Tree wood crate. And I'm starting by painting the top layer of the book stack, or otherwise known as the bottom of the crate, with some Waverly chalk paint in the color Agave. And for the middle section of the book stack, I'm going to go ahead and paint that white. And finally, for the bottom section of the book stack, I'm going to paint it with this light brown color. For the saying for this book stack, I'm going to add on the words starfish, seashells, and sandcastles. So I put the word starfish on the top layer of the book stack, that is the agave color. And then for the middle section of the book stack, I added on the word seashells, and I used some black vinyl for that since the middle section is painted white. And then finally for the bottom section, I added on the word sandcastles since this one is supposed to be like the color of sand, so I thought that would be fitting. Next, I took some twine and wrapped this around the left side of the book stack and tied a little bow at the top. And to add an extra cute little touch to the top of the book stack, I'm going to use 2 of these starfish on these clothespins that I got from Dollar Tree. And I was able to just pop these off, but if you're not able to easily pop them off, you can soak them in some warm water for a little while and they will come off easier. And then I'm going to glue 2 of them to the top of the book stack. And here is a look at how the finished book stack turned out. I think this is so cute, and I think it's actually my favorite thing that I made in this tier tray set. Next up, I'm going to use this wood frame sign that I got from Michaels, and I'm going to go ahead and cut off the twine hanger at the top because we are not going to need that for this project. And then I'm going to paint the whole sign with some white paint. Now that I have the whole sign painted white, I'm going to use some of the sand color that I used for the bottom of the book stack, and I'm dry brushing this onto the sign to give it a distressed look. I'm going to use one of these wood turtle cutouts that I got from Dollar Tree, and I went ahead and filled in the hole at the top with some spackling, and now I'm going to paint the whole turtle with the Agave Waverly chalk paint. To give the turtle some more dimension, I took a darker teal color and blended this out on the bottom of the shell to give it an ombre look. Then I glued the finished painted turtle onto the wood sign to finish up this cute little turtle sign. Next up, I'm going to use 4 wood blocks and I'm gluing them all together to make a sign. And once all 4 of the wood blocks were glued together, I went ahead and painted the whole thing with the Agave Waverly chalk paint. And this sign is going to say love on it with the O being a seashell. So I cut out the letters L, V, and E and added these onto the corresponding blocks. And I was originally going to use one of the starfish for the O, but I ended up not having an extra one. So I had to use a seashell, which I originally was not planning on. So it's kind of an odd shape. It's not very circular, but I think it still worked out okay. So I took one of these wood seashells from Dollar Tree and I painted it white and then glued it onto the sign for the O. And here is how the finished beach-themed love sign turned out. Next up, I'm going to use one of these wood circle signs from Michaels, and I'm going to start by painting it white for the background of the sign. And this sign is going to have the saying sun, salt, sand. So I used my Cricut to cut out the words for this and then added these all onto the middle of the sign. And next up, I'm going to use these seahorse pins from Dollar Tree, one of the teal colored one and then one of the natural wood color. And I had the hardest time getting these off of the clothespins, so I ended up soaking them in some warm water for a while, and then I was able to get them off. So if you're having trouble getting them off the clothespins, that's what I would recommend. Once I had both of them off, I went ahead and glued them onto either side of the sign to finish up this cute little circular sign. Next up, I'm going to be making a wood sign that says "To the Beach." And for this, you're going to need a large wood stick, a wooden dowel, and a wood Jenga block piece. So I cut the wooden stick down to about the size that I wanted the sign to be. And then I laid everything out to figure out how tall I wanted the sign to be and cut the wooden dowel down to size. Then I took the wood stick and cut one end on an angle to make a pointed edge so that this looks like an arrow sign pointing to the beach. Then I painted all three wood pieces with the Agave Waverly chalk paint. I used my Cricut to cut out the saying "To the Beach," and now I'm just adding on the vinyl to the arrow sign. Then I glued the wood dowel to the back of the arrow sign, and I hot glued that on. And then to attach the wood dowel to the Jenga block piece at the bottom, I used super glue because I felt like that would stay better than the hot glue. So I just super glued that to the bottom. And that's it for this cute little beach sign. And the last beach themed DIY that I made was a beaded garland, and I painted the beads the same three colors that I used for the book stack, and then I strung them all on to a piece of twine with a twine tassel at the end. And for the other end of the beaded garland, I'm going to attach a wood tag. So I'm starting by painting it white. And to decorate the tag, I'm going to use this cute little dolphin cutout from Dollar Tree. And I'm adding this onto the tag, and I just simply glued that on there. and then tied the wood tag onto the end of the beaded garland.